Hello students, I am Aniket from Quantum Minds. Today we are going to solve maths paper of IGCSE grade 10. The paper code is 058021ON2020. So let's get started. Question number 1 says simplify. Now the question given to us is 3a plus 7b minus 4a plus b. So in order to simplify, what we have to do is we have to add or subtract the like terms, right? Now, what are like terms? Like terms are those terms who have same variable. So as you can see, there are two like terms, 3a minus 4a. This will give me minus a. 7b plus b. This will be plus 8b. Let's move on to the next question. A field ABC is in the shape of a triangle. AC is 500 meters, BC is 650 meters. Using a ruler and compass only, complete the scale drawing of the field. See, the question here mentioned is scale drawing. So, please ensure that you see this. And the scale given to us is 1 centimeter is equals to 100 meter. Now, we have AC as 500 meter. So, if 1 centimeter represents 100 meter, then 500 meter will represent how many centimeter? We'll do a cross multiplication and we'll get it as 5 centimeter. In the similar manner, 650 meter will measure 6.5 centimeter. See, from A, it is 500 meter. So what we will do is we'll take a compass and with A as center, first we will take a radius of 5 centimeter and we'll draw an arc just like this. Now from B as center, draw an arc of 6.5 centimeter, right? Let's say they are intersecting at this point. Now this point will be our C and we'll join these points and this becomes our triangular field. So easy guys. Let's move on to the next question. Rangan buys 3.6 kg of potatoes and 8 kg of leeks. The total cost is $13.72. Leeks cost 2.65 per kg. Find the cost of 1 kg of potato. So what is given to us? We have been given the mass of potato and leeks and we have been given the total cost. But here we also know the cost of leeks per kg. And how many kg does he buys? He buys 2.8 kg, right? So the total cost of leeks will be 2.8 into 2.65. Let's see what that comes. 2.8 into 2.65. This is $7.42, right? So this is my total cost of leeks. What he does is his total cost is $13.72. So cost of potatoes will be 13.72 minus 7.42. I think I've got the minus sign wrong. 13.72 minus 7.42. The answer comes out to be 6.3. But students, please ensure this. Many students make such mistakes. See, this is currency, right? So we always write currency in 2 decimal place. So instead of 6.3, we'll write as 6.30. So now, how many kg of potato does he buys? Rangan buys 3.6 kg of potato. So 6.3 divided by 3.6, because this is 6.3 is the total cost of potatoes. So 6.3 divided by 6.30. This will give me $1.75. Let's start with the next question. Aisha records the distance she runs and her average speed. The result are shown in the scatter diagram. On the scatter diagram, plot these points. Student, I have already plotted these points for you. Now, while plotting these points, what you are supposed to ensure or what you are supposed to check is scale. Check the scale of horizontal and the vertical axis. As you can see, the difference between two units in horizontal axis is of 1. Right? Same goes for vertical axis also. And the number of divisions between them are 5. So each division represents 0.2. So this will be, the first line will be 0.2, second will be 0.4, 0.6, 0.81, 1.2, 1.4, so on. Same goes for y-axis, 5, 5.2, 5.4, 5.6, 5.8, so on. Right? I hope you have understood this. The next part of the question is, what type of correlation is shown in the scatter diagram? Now, as you can see, correlation. There are generally two types of correlation. First is a positive correlation and the second one is a negative correlation. Sir, how do you identify whether a correlation is positive or negative? By looking at the slope of the graph. If the slope is in increasing direction, right, the slope is increasing here, so this is a positive correlation. But if the line is declining, right, or you can say moving downwards, this is a negative correlation. As you can see, if I join this line, the line of best fit is going to pass among these points. So this is a negative correlation. So what type of correlation is it? It's a negative correlation. On the scatter diagram, draw the line of best fit. So what is the line of best fit? Line of best fit is a line which passes through all these points. Not exactly all these points. It should cover all the points, should be around this line. So let me draw a line of best fit here. Students, my line of best fit and your line of best fit may vary. So please don't worry about that. The next part, use the line of best fit to estimate her average speed when she covers a distance of 6 km. So now let me see. When she covers a distance of 6 kilometers, what is her average speed? Her average speed is around 10.9. So what will I write? I'll write it as 10.9. Students, even this answer will be in a certain range, right? As the line of best fit varies from student to student. Next question. By writing each number to correct one significant figure, work out an estimate of t. So what have they told us? According to, we have to correct to one significant figure. So now what digit are we supposed to look to? We are supposed to look into second digit. Here second digit is 9, which is obviously greater than 5. So let us round it off. 49.2 will become 50. Here the second digit is 5, which is also greater than 5, obviously. Greater than or equals to 5. So now let's add 1. This will become 10. Here the second digit is 0. So this will become 4. Here it is 3. So 2. That's 40 upon 8, which will be 5. Without using calculator, work out. You must show all your working and write your answer as mixed number. See, the question here is very simple, but most of the student, in a hurry of completing the paper, they miss out this word and they write their answers in improper fraction. So let us convert first into improper fraction. This will be 8 upon 3 into 11 upon 4. This answer becomes 22.3. See, don't write 22.3 here. Make sure that you convert this into mixed number. So this will be 7 integer 1 upon 3. Let us come to the next question. Make x the subject of formula. So what do you mean by subject of formula? Means that x should be at one side and all the other values or all the other constants should be at the another side. So let's try to separate x. So we'll first of all take 7 here from LHS to RHS. This is minus 7, so this will become plus 7 is equals to 5x. Now if you only want x, right? So now here 5 is also multiplied. So let's do one thing, let's remove this 5. So we'll take 5 to LHS, and as it is in multiplication, now it will go in division. So my final answer will be 2y plus 7 upon 5. Hope you are enjoying this. 1, 2, 3, 5 and 7 are all common factors of two numbers. Write down the digits that the two numbers must end in. Right? They all are factor of two numbers. So if all these numbers are supposed to be factors of some numbers or some two numbers, then what we are supposed to find is, we are supposed to find their LCM. Right? So what will be the LCM? We can simply as all of these are all of these are prime numbers, let us multiply them. So I think the multiplication will come out to be 210. Okay. So now all the numbers, right, if they are saying that 1, 2, 3, 5, 7 are common factors of two numbers. So these two numbers, they will definitely be multiples of 210. Right. So the last number will always end with 0. Right product of 84 at its prime factors. Very easy question. Let us do prime factorization. 42, 2, 21, 3, 7, 7, 1. So my prime factors will be 2 square into 3 into 7. Next, Ahmad increases 400 by 40 by 300%. From this list, put a ring around the correct calculation. So what Ahmad is doing? Ahmad is increasing 40 by 300%. So let me increase that. You can also do this in calculator. He is increasing it by 300%. Right? 300%. So 40 into 3. This is my correct answer. Ahmad finds the magnitude of the vector. Put a ring around this. Magnitude. What is magnitude of a vector? We can find magnitude of vector as under root x square plus y square. So our answer should be under root 2 square plus minus 3 square. Can I see an answer here? Yes, I am. This is my answer. Next question. A town has a population of 45,000. The population increases exponentially. See, whenever the term exponentially comes here, you have to simply apply the formula of compound interest at a rate of 1.6% per year. Find the population of the town at the end of 5 years. So what is the formula of compound interest? Compound interest says amount is equals to principal 1 plus r upon 100 power n. Few things to take care. If had this been decreases, here instead of plus we would have used subtraction sign, but as it is increasing here, so we'll use the same sign. Let us write this. Principal is 45,000. 1 plus 1.6 upon 100 power 5. Let me do this calculation. This comes out to be 48717.05. See here also, I forgot to tell you, we have to give our answer up to nearest 100. So let us round it off to nearest 100. Unit, tens, hundreds. So the next digit is 1, right, which is less than 5. So the answer will be 48,700. Let's move on to the next question. The diagram shows a rectangle with a line of symmetry. Now what is a line of symmetry? Line of symmetry is nothing but a line which cuts a shape into two equal halves. We have been marked with two vertices and we have to share these inequalities. So let me do one thing. Let me just try to find out these 2 points. See, here let's say x equals to 2 is my line of symmetry. So my this distance should be equals to this distance, obviously. The difference here is, here x is 2, here x is minus 1. So net difference is 3. So here also my net difference should be 3. So here my x point should be 5 and y is not changing. So this coordinate will be 5, 4. Same way here the difference is also 3. So here also my difference should be 3. Same. My x will be 5 and my y will be 1. Now see these inequalities. This is inequality of x. X is less than b and x is less than equals to b and greater than equals to a. So my a should be minus 1. Because here x-axis lies between minus 1 and 4. X is less than equals to 5 and greater than equals to minus 1. So my b will be 5. Same way my c will be my y-axis. Right. So y varies from 1 to 4. C will be 1, D will be 4. Let's move on to the next question. The interior of angle of a regular polygon with n sides is 156. Work out the value of n. Student, this question can be done in two different ways. I'll show you both the ways. If it is given to us as interior angle, as this is the interior angle of a regular polygon, let us first apply that formula. The formula of each angle in an interior angle is n minus 2 into 180 upon n. This is the formula of finding sum of all the angles in a polygon divided by n, which is the total sides. This will give me each interior angle. Now this is equals to 156. Now let me try to solve this inequation. Let us expand these brackets. So this will be 180n minus 360 is equals to, let us shift this n to right hand side. This will be 156n. Let us bring this here and get this 360 to right and right. This will be 24n is equals to 360. So my n should be 360 upon 24, which is 15. Now what is the other way, sir? Let us also try to solve that using the other way. Another way is, we'll try to find out by establishing a relation between interior angle and exterior angle. Now what is an exterior angle? Let me draw a polygon. Let's say this is a hexagon. Now as you can see, this here is my interior angle. Now if I extend this line, so now this becomes my exterior angle. This is my interior angle and this is my exterior angle. Now this lies on a straight line. So my interior angle plus exterior angle should be equals to 180. I have my interior angle as 156. So I can find my exterior angle, which is 180 minus 156, which comes out to be 24 degree. We also have formula of exterior angle, right? Each exterior angle in a regular polygon is 360 divided by n. Each exterior angle. Now exterior angle is 24 degree, 360 degree divided by n. Once again, n will be 360 upon 24, which is 15. So whichever way is comfortable for you, you can solve this. Let's move on to the next part of the question. Write the recurring decimal as a fraction. The question is something like this. This is recurring, means this is, let's say, 0.17777 up to infinity. Now we want to write this in its simplest form, which is p by q form. So I am assuming this as x, right? Let me put a bar over here so that it indicates that this is never ending. Now our goal here is to eliminate this, right? So what we will do is we will multiply this x with some number. Let's say I'm multiplying it with 10. You can also multiply with 100. You'll get the same answer. So what will the number now be? The number will now be 1.777777. It will go up to infinity. If I keep this 7 here, see, this is still repeating. Now let me subtract that. Let's say this is my equation 2, this is my equation 1. Let me do 2 minus 1. 10x minus x is 9x. 1.7 minus 0.1 is 1.6. So my x will be 1.6 upon 9, or you can write it as 16 upon 90. But if you will write this 16 upon 90 here, you will only get 2 marks because we have to write in simplest form. So let's try to simplify it. 8, 45. So my answer should be 8 upon 45. Next question. Find the gradient of a line that is perpendicular to 8y plus 4x equals to 5. Line. So what we are supposed to do is, first let us convert this equation into the original equation of line. Every equation of line should ideally be in this format, y is equals to mx plus c. So let me try to restructure this equation. So here 8y should be equals to minus 4x plus 5, y should be minus 4 by 8x plus 5 by 8. Student, don't write minus 4 by 8 as an answer. You are not supposed to find gradient of this equation. You are supposed to find gradient of the line which is perpendicular to this line. So if two lines are perpendicular, then the product of the gradient is minus 1. So m1 into m2 is equals to minus 1. I am assuming here that m1 is my gradient of this line and m2 is the gradient of the perpendicular line which is perpendicular to this. So here minus 4 by 8, I can also write it as minus 1 by 2 into m2 is equals to minus 1. So my m2 will be 1. Sorry, 2, not 1. My mistake, 2. Right? Now let's move on to the next part of the question. Next question. The diagram shows speed time graph for 100 seconds of the journey of a car and a motorbike. Find the deceleration of the car between 60 and 100 seconds. Now what is deceleration? Deceleration is nothing but rate of change of velocity. Dear students of commerce, you don't need to get into this term velocity. You can simply understand this as rate of change of speed. Now whenever a term like rate comes, it simply means divide by time. Let this term rate come in physics, be in chemistry, be in any subjects, it will always be divided by time. So what we are supposed to find is change of speed divided by the total time. So from 60 to 100, what is the speed changing? See, initially the speed is 18 kilometers per hour or 18 meter per second, and at 100 second it is 6. So 18 minus 6 upon time. The difference of time is 140. So you can write this as delta S upon delta T. Change in speed, or science geek can write it as delta V, or they'll tell me, sir, you are teaching wrong physics here. So this will be delta V by delta T. So this will come out to be 12 upon 40. So I think this will be 0.3. Next part. Calculate how much further the car traveled than the motorbike during the 100 second. Now you can see here we have graphs of car and motorbike. How much further did the car travel? Matlab, they have been telling us to find the total distance traveled by car and motorbike in 100 seconds, and how much more distance did the car travel than the bike. So how to find distance? See, distance is very simple. If we have a speed time graph, you just need to find area. If you find the area, you will get the distance. So let me first try to find the distance of motorbike. As you can see, motorbike, this is a rectangle. Like area of rectangle, right? Area of rectangle is length into breadth. Length is here 100 and breadth is 12. So the distance traveled by motorbike is 12 into 100, which is 1200 meter. My dear students, I am not writing the answer here because the figure is up, so that I can relate it to you in an easier way. Now in order to find the area of the car, what I am supposed to do, I am supposed to find this complete area. Many students, what do they do is, they find only this much area. The distance, if you want to find the distance, you need to find the area under the complete graph. So you also need to calculate this much area. So let me divide. I am erasing this motorbike portion. Let me just erase this. I am writing it downwards. For motorbike, the total distance travel is 12 into 100, which is 1200 meters. Now for a car, let us find this area. See, I am dividing this into two parts. First is my trapezium and second is my rectangle. So area of trapezium is half sum of parallel sides into distance between them. Now these two are my parallel sides and this is my distance between those sides. So half, this is 60, this is 100. So 60 plus 100 into distance between them, which is 12, plus this was my first area, plus area of this small rectangle, which is 6 into 100. Let me try to find this in my calculator. The total area comes out to be 1560. So the total area of car is 1560 meters. So how far has the car traveled? The car has traveled 360 meters more than the bike. Let's move on to the next question. Factorize. Factorize. So what do you mean by factorize? Factorize means I have to split this middle term. I have to split the middle term. Now how are you supposed to split the middle term? The middle term should be split in such a way that if I add those two numbers, I should get 7, which is my middle number, and when I multiply those numbers, I should get the multiplication of the first term and last term. First term is 6, last term is minus 20, so I should get minus 120. So my two terms should be such that the addition should be 7 and the subtraction should be, multiplication should be 15 and minus 8. You can also solve this in your calculator. 6x square plus 15x minus 8x minus 20. Now let us take, what can we take here common? 3x is common in the first two terms. 2x plus 5x. Next is, always here, whatever you take common, make sure the number which you take common is with the sign of this first term here. So here the common term will be minus 4 and this will once again leave me with 2x plus 5. See my dear students, these two terms should be same. If they are not coming same, then it means that you have made some blunder, right? So the final answer will be 2x plus 5 into 3x minus 4. Okay, so just write it down here. Next question. f of x is equals to 3x square plus a, where a is an integer. F of minus 2 is equals to 19. Find the value of a. So here what we are supposed to do, here f of minus 2. Now what does that mean? That instead of x we are supposed to put minus 2, and instead of f of x we are supposed to put 19. So 19 is equals to 3 into minus 2 square plus a. So 19 is equals to minus 2 square is 4. 4 into 3, 12. 12 plus a. A is my obviously 19 minus 12, which is 7. Next part. Find g of h of x. Now this is a composite function. Now g of h of x means we have to substitute the value of h of x in x of g. So instead of x here or x of g, we will write this as 3x minus 8. So this will be 6x. Sorry, here plus 7 will also come. 6x minus 16 plus 7, which is 6x minus 9. You can write this answer also, but I generally prefer, as the question, in the question they have mentioned to write the answer in simplest form. So I'll try to further factorize this. Here you can see 3 is common, so this will be 2x minus 3. Now, okay, find g inverse of x. Inverse. Now what do you mean by inverse? Let me write how to find inverse. Let me show you how to find inverse. First, instead of g of x, we will substitute this as y is equals to 2x plus 7. This is my step number 1. Step number 2, swap x and y. Swap x and y. So now equation will be 2y plus 7. Now make y the subject of formula. Subject of formula means I have already told you y should be left alone and all the terms should be on the other side. So x minus 7 is equals to 2y, y is equals to x minus 7 upon 2. X minus 7 upon 2. So you don't do this, don't write your answers on paper code, the teachers will kill you. The diagram shows a solid made from a cylinder and hemisphere, both of radius 7 cm. The cylinder has a length of 12 cm. Work out the total surface area of the solid. The surface area of the sphere. See, many students here make a mistake. What do they do is, this is a hemisphere, this is a cylinder. Now here we have surface area of sphere. So they simply put this formula into this sphere. But they don't see that this is a hemisphere, which is half of a sphere. So now what will be the total surface area? The total surface area will be surface area of hemisphere plus surface area of this cylinder. Now this cylinder is somewhat special. Let me tell you how. First, let us try to find out the surface area of the hemisphere. Hemisphere, see, half of 4 pi r square divided by 2, which is 2 pi r square. 2 pi r square. Now, surface area of cylinder. See, generally, the surface formula of surface area, cylinder has generally 3 surfaces. As you can see, this is my, let me draw and show this to you. This is my circle, first circle, another circle, and the third is my curved surface area. So the total surface area of a sphere is 2 pi r square plus 2 pi r h. 2 pi r h. But see here, this portion is hollow. This is a hollow portion. So please do not consider this. So in this cylinder, there are only one circle. This is not present. This is hollow. You can see from here. So there is no circle on the top. So here the formula will be pi r square plus 2 pi r h. Let me substitute all the values. Let me erase here. So now 2 pi r square, which is 2 into pi into radius 7 square plus pi into 7 square plus 2 into pi into 7 into height, which is 12. Let me do this lengthy and tedious calculation. Yes, so the answer is 989.60. Answer is 989.60. Next question. In this diagram, shade the region M dash union N union P. Some students find such kind of questions difficult, but I always suggest to my student that in case where there are three variables or three different sets given to you, what you do is first, let's say I am shading here N union P. So I'll shade N union P. See, and union means it includes everything, right? So this is my N union P. Now this is in union with M dash. So first let me shade M dash. What is M dash? Everything except M. So now what is the relation between these two? They are in union. So now union means what? Union means it should include everything. So my final shaded block would look something like this. I am supposed to shade everything. I am supposed to shade everything except this part. This part I am not supposed to shade. Apart from this, I am supposed to shade everything. So this will look something like this. Right. You are not supposed to shade in this part. Had they given us instead of this M dash intersection N union P. Right. So what would have do? We would have done first we would have tried to find out N union P. After doing that, we will do the same step. We will first shade M dash. But now the question here is intersection. So intersection means common. What is common between them? See, try to find the intersection of two lines where the red line and the blue line is intersecting. As you can see, this is the small portion where my red and blue lines are intersecting. So this will be my M dash intersection and union P answer. This is just for knowledge student. No need to worry. Next part. The diagram shows a cyclic quadrilateral. Find the value of phi. Now, what is a cyclic quadrilateral? Cyclic quadrilateral means such a quadrilateral where the opposite angles add up to 180. Now, this quadrilateral should be inside a circle and the lines of the quadrilateral should not pass from center. These are the few conditions. We have to find y, but for that y, we'll need x first. Right, so my original equation will be 4x minus 87 plus y equals to 180. I need to find this y, but I need my x also. So first let us try to find x. 2x plus 60 is equals to 180. 3x plus 60 is equals to 180. Let us substitute the value of x here. 4 into 60 is 4 into 40, sorry, it is 160 minus 87 plus y equals to 180. So my y will be 180 minus 160 plus 87, 20 plus 87, which will be 107. The diagram shows cuboid PQRSTUVW. PV. PV is 17.2 centimeter. So this line is 17.2, not degrees. Sir, what are you doing? 17.2 centimeter. The angle between the line PV and the base TUVW is 43 degree. So here the confusing word is base. Now what do you mean by base here? The base here means the line, they are generally talking about either of the diagonals. They are generally talking about either of the diagonals. Let us try to find out in this base which diagonal is joining, or you can say which diagonal is meeting the line PW. See here, my diagonal TV will meet the diagonal PV. So the angle between this diagonal and the line PV is 43 degree. So this is my angle, and we are supposed to find PT here. Now let me redraw this triangle here. This will look something like this, where this is my 90 degree, this angle is 43 degree, this is 17.2, and I have to find this. Now in order to find this PT, opposite side, as you can see, this is the angle and this is the side which is opposite to the angle, and what else is given to us? We have been given hypotenuse. So we'll use sine theta is equals to opposite, which is PT upon hypotenuse. So PT will be 17.2 into sine 43. Let me do that. Where is my calculator? Here is it. This will be 11.7. See, in calculator you will get something like 11.73037, but here in the first page of the paper it is given to us that you have to write your answers into 3SF, which is 3 sig fig. So I have just written 11.7. Next part, simplify. Okay, why not? So this is a straightforward question. Here I can take x as common. This will be x minus 5. Here I can see something else is here, 2 is common. So this will be x square minus 25. This can further be factorized. This is a square minus b square, x square minus 5 square. So I can write it as x plus 5, x minus 5. X into x minus 5. Now I can write this as x minus 5 into x plus 5. So this will be x upon 2 into x plus 5. Let's move on to the next question. Probably this should be our last question. The diagram shows parallelogram CDEF. FE is equals to M and C is equals to N. B is the midpoint of CD. So if this is the midpoint, if this is M, this should be M by 2, M by 2. Find an expression of M and N for AB. See, this is from the chapter vectors. Vectors is very easy. It's just like traveling in a car. What I'm supposed to find out? I'm supposed to find out here the value of my vector AB. It is just like traveling in a car. A is my source here and B is my destination here. And what is my direction? This arrow indicates my direction. Where am I going? I'm going from A to B. So let me just draw this. This is my vector AB. I am going from A to B. Now how am I supposed to go from A to B? I am supposed to take this path. If I am going from A to B, I must first go from A to C, then from C to B. So this will be AC plus CB. Correct? So now what is my AC here? Sir, I don't know what is AC. Let us try to find it out. See, here we have a relation. FA is equals to 2 times of AC. FA is 2 times of AC. Means if this is 1, this will be 2 times of it. Means AC and FA are divided in a ratio of 1:2. So I can rewrite AC as AC. Can I rewrite this as that AC is 1/3 of CA? AC is 1/3 of FC, because this is 1 part, 2 parts, is completely mixed 3 parts. So A3 is 1/3 of FC, and CD is nothing but half of CD. Half of CD. What is FC now? Now FC, I'll try to find out here. FC, once again, it's like going in a car. F is my source, C is my destination. I have to go from F to C. Whoever comes in my direction, I have to take it as positive, and whoever is coming in the opposite direction to which I am traveling, I have to take it as negative. I am going from A, F, M is in my direction, okay, M is my friend here, plus. Now I am going towards N, C, N is in my opposite direction, so he is my enemy, so this will be M minus N, right? So now let me write here 1/3 of FC, which is, or M minus N upon 3 plus CD. Now what is CD? M, and half of M by 2. Now let us write in simplest form. So M by 3, I'll try to bring those M together, minus N by 3. So let us take LCM. 3 into 2 LCM will be 6. So this will be 2M plus 3M upon 6 minus N by 3. So this will be 5M upon 6 minus N by 3. I hope this is clear to you. GH. Now this is something very different from this question. GH is equals to 5 by 6 times of 2p plus q. JK is 5 by 18 times of 2p plus q. Write down 2 facts about the vector GH and JK. I am feeling a relation between them. See the denominators. Here the denominator is 6. Here the denominator is 18. What if I multiply GH with 3 and I multiply with 3 and I divide it by 3? See, what I am doing is I am multiplying and dividing GH with 3. So now my new GH will look something like this. 3 into 5 upon 3 into 6. I am multiplying and dividing. 3 into 6 is 18 into 2p plus q. Are you feeling something, kids? See, what is this? This is my JK, magic. So I have got my first relation. GH is 3 times of JK. Now what is this 3? This 3 is nothing but my, you can say, it's kind of a magnitude. Right? Like 3 is 3 times bigger. Like GH is 3 times bigger than JK. And both the vectors have same direction. This 2p plus q gives me the direction. Now if 2 vectors have same direction, then it means that these 2 vectors are parallel to each other. What I am meaning to say is, let's say this is my JK. My GH should be 3 times bigger than JK. It could be on the same line, or it could also be on some another line. If this is my JK, this is supposed to be my GH. This is supposed to be my GH. So what is the other fact? The other fact is GH and JK are parallel. GH and JK are parallel. So that is the end of the paper. The question was of 2 marks, so we need to mention 2 reasons. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any suggestions for this, for the videos, for our channel, drop down in the comment box below. Bye bye.